All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kevin Lowry, and I'm a co-founder here at INBOX25. I'm excited to have you today. This is now going to be our second live webinar as we start diving into INBOX25 4.0, and specifically today into INBOX25 4.0 for SugarCRM. So our goal is with this particular webinar to start offering some clarity and describing exactly what is included in INBOX25 4.0 at a high level, and then specifically what those tools provide for with SugarCRM and how it differs from our current integration today. So we will be touching very briefly upon just the new functionality for 4.0 as our platform in general, but I'm going to keep it pretty high level because we do have a series of webinars that are going to be happening this week and next, covering each of the core items of our new platform. So the whole end-all goal for today is just to start getting you more acclimated into what Sugar and INBOX25 can now do for marketing automation. So what we're going to be doing is covering what is in INBOX25 4.0, what's new in the latest module for SugarCRM. That includes SymSync, timeline, and our new Sugar Dashboard. I'm going to take you through upgrading the existing module that we have, or now our previous module, 3.0, and upgrading to 4.0 because there is a couple extra steps in there for existing users. So I'm going to take you through a live demo of that. We're going to demo the full SymSync module configuration, and then I'm actually going to demonstrate SymSync live in action along with our new timeline reporting. So as we're going through this webinar, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them into the question dialog box. I am running this webinar solo, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to answer them in real time, but I will be trying to carve out as much time at the end to do questions live, and anything that I can't get to, we will get back to either myself or someone on our team. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to talk about is INBOX25 4.0 as a platform. So basically what INBOX25 4.0 is our entry into the marketing automation space. We have been a ESP or email service provider, and over time have begun adjusting and evolving our platform to move into marketing automation. Specifically, we like to refer to it as marketing automation made easy. So our entire marketing automation platform offering was actually constructed and built as an extension to our existing email marketing application. And what that actually ends up translating to for the user is that you have the flexibility now to actually use INBOX25 for just email marketing or also marketing automation, which also includes email marketing. So we're splitting up the packages, and if you are using INBOX25 today with SugarCRM or without for email marketing, you can keep doing that. Or if you want to transition into a more intelligent and evolved marketing program, then we'll be able to serve you with marketing automation. And basically, the dual offering approach between email marketing and marketing automation as a separation is unique to INBOX25, which we do view as a major competitive advantage, because what we're trying to do is create an ecosystem that allows small to medium-sized businesses to grow into marketing automation without going through the hassles of switching and migrating platforms from whatever they were using for email marketing to marketing automation when the time is right. Because typically speaking, in that model, you end up discarding and losing all the campaign data and reporting that you had built up through your email marketing program with whomever you're using as your ESP. So with the INBOX25 model, you can use the email marketing tools standalone, and then when you're ready for marketing automation, you have a very seamless upgrade path. All of your past data and activity reporting maintains in your account, and it actually translates over to the marketing automation tools. So that's sort of a look at the business side of things. Now, functionally, the main components of our new marketing automation platform are our landing page builder and form builder, our custom lead scoring platform that we call Scoreboard, our new automated campaign platform. So if anyone who's attending this webinar has used our Trigger platform, you will very much enjoy automated campaigns, because now you can structure near infinite automated campaigns with several steps that include more than just email, which we'll briefly touch upon, but we do have a webinar later in this week that will dive into that in more detail. We also have our web visitor tracking site monitor. And web visitor tracking basically gives you the ability to track and see specifically what individual visitors are doing on your site versus a Google Analytics, which provides you reporting on a holistic sense of how your entire site is performing. We're concentrating completely on the individual, so you can see what Bob, Joe, Jim, Sally are doing on your site, what they're looking at, how long they're looking at it for, how they arrived at your site, and all that good stuff, which you can then make actionable through lead scoring and through automated campaigns. We've completely overhauled and produced dozens of new reports for all of these new functions. Again, I won't get into too much detail with that, but we do have a webinar that's going to be dedicated just to reporting. So I do recommend that if you do have an opportunity to join us for any of those other webinars, it will be very beneficial. So now let's talk about how these tools and this new platform translate to SugarCRM. So first off, we built an entirely new module to accompany our new INBOX25 platform, and it's also labeled 4.0. The first core function of our new module that I want to talk about is SymSync. And SymSync stands for Symbiotic Sync, and it's essentially the engine that powers our new SugarCRM integration for our marketing automation offering. What's most important to know about SymSync is that it's real-time data exchange with SugarCRM. Again, I'm real-time, not every hour, not twice a day, not every 15 minutes. No other marketing automation platform provides a real-time synchronization with SugarCRM except INBOX25. And again, SymSync applies to our marketing automation packages only. If you're using our new module just for email marketing, it works just fine, just as it did before, so SymSync does not impact you. If you upgrade to marketing automation, then you can take advantage of SymSync. We also greatly expanded our module support. So in our current integration, we support targets, leads, contacts, and accounts. Now we've boosted that to also include opportunities, cases, calls, meetings, tasks, users, and if you're using professional flavor or hire, contracts, and quotes. During the live demo, I'll actually quickly show you some of the areas and how you can leverage this new module support for these data relationships. The additional module support is also managed directly by SymSync. So again, this is part of the marketing automation offering. Next is Timeline. And Timeline is our new 360-degree profile report for targets, leads, contacts, and accounts. It's basically a very in-depth look at every single one of your records that illustrates every single interaction that that particular record has had with your company. Now, for the Timeline report, we have two versions, one for our email marketing packages and one for our marketing automation packages. Obviously, the marketing automation version includes all the additional metrics and data sets that come along with the marketing automation reporting, while the email marketing version concentrates solely on email-related activities that we track. Now, to bring all of these new tools together into a central management console, we developed the SugarCRM Dashboard for our platform. And essentially what that allows you to do is manage the entire integration, see some statistics on the integration, and run all of the configuration for the integration from one dashboard view. And I'll be showing that to you both in this presentation and then also a live demo in a little bit. So let's talk about SymSync and real-time synchronization. So first, why is real-time that important? And in the world of marketing and sales, it can mean the difference between closing a sale and losing a sale. The beauty behind SymSync is that it creates an equitable data sharing relationship between your CRM and your marketing platform. For too long, the relationship between CRM and marketing automation has been fairly one-sided, where marketing automation sucks up your data at the beginning and then holds on to it until someone becomes sales ready. When our approach is a little bit different, we operate under the idea that your CRM is and should be the central data repository for your company's data, and that both platforms should be in sync at all times. SymSync actually also empowers both our automated campaign engine and our lead scoring engine as well. To give you an idea, example, a change in a opportunity stage for a contact or account record in Sugar could automatically transfer the contact to a new nurturing path or adjust their lead score. If a lead opens and clicks an email campaign and then visits the pricing page of your website, for example, the assigned agent that owns that record could receive an instant alert that that particular record is on the website, and a call could be scheduled automatically in the CRM, all within a matter of seconds, not hours, and not even minutes for that matter. So now to briefly touch upon timeline, and I will show this to you in a live demo. Our timeline report, again, is natively integrated into SugarCRM, and it appears as a sub-panel for your targets, leads, contacts, and accounts within your CRM. The timeline report gets updated in real time, so anytime there's a change in INBOX25 or a change in SugarCRM, it's reflected immediately in your timeline report. And I will be demonstrating that as well. And the whole visual sense of the timeline is that it's constructed literally as a timeline. So you can see the entire trail of every interaction that you've had with a particular record, starting with the day they entered your system all the way up to what they did 5 minutes ago. And the timeline for marketing automation currently supports about 25 different reporting metrics, all within this central report, and all apply to the specific record that you're viewing. And those are all the items that you're looking at on your screen right now. Okay, so just one more thing before we jump into the actual demo, and that is just the SugarCRM dashboard. So just to take a look at it really quickly, and again, I will show this to you live. It's built into the INBOX25 interface, and as I said earlier, provides a real-time overview of how things are operating between your CRM and SymSync. If you're not using SymSync, we also do provide some metrics on your CRM performance and the status of our regular integration. So if you are, again, using this for email marketing, there will be some feedback for you here as well. The key benefit here is really around managing your modules and also managing SymSync. Specifically, if you look at the screenshot that we're looking at right now, is we can actually determine and measure what the average sync time is for the day between INBOX25 and SymSync. So it's pretty valuable just to see how things are moving and keeping tabs on the overall performance. Okay, so I'm going to start with the demo so we can start playing with some of these goodies and seeing what's what. So the first thing that I want to do is actually just demonstrate and walk you through upgrading from our current SugarCRM module to our new CRM module. There are actually two additional steps at the beginning of the process that are very important to obtaining a proper install. So to get started, I'm going to log into our INBOX25 accounts. Now this would be the account that you have integrated with SugarCRM now. You don't have to go and create a new account if you're an existing user. So once we're logged in, I'm going to navigate over to the Settings tab and select the SugarCRM connector. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on Revoke Access URL. And what this is going to do is every single module instance for INBOX25 has a unique secure access URL assigned for that particular account. So what happens when we revoke it is the system removes it, so it's no longer valid, and it paves the way for us to generate a new one when you install the new module. So now that that's revoked, we're going to hop over to our Sugar instance. And I'm actually going to use a Community Edition instance for this part of the demo. But the process is virtually identical for professional or any higher flavor of SugarCRM if you're using a paid edition. In terms of functionality, those are all the features are also identical. But I will hop over to an on-demand instance later on in the demo to show you some of the features and functionality there as well. So we'll try to spread it out between two versions. So we are going to log in as a system administrator. And once we're logged in, we're going to head over to Admin. And then we're going to scroll on down to Module Loader. So as you'll see, I have version 3.0 installed. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Uninstall. Commit. And then I'm just going to return to the module loader. Okay, so now that it's uninstalled, now we can install the latest version of our module, which you can download at SugarExchange.com or from INBOX25.com. But just to recap very quickly, we started by logging into our INBOX25 account, revoking our existing access URL, and we proceeded into the CRM where we uninstalled the previous version of the INBOX25 module. And now that both of those items are done, now we're going to proceed with the version 4.0 install. So I'm going to browse for the package. Select it and click Upload. And then I'm going to click Install. Now, just another tip. When you download the module from Sugar Exchange or from our website, it's going to come as a zip file, and you're actually just going to upload it into Sugar as a zip file. You don't have to unzip it first and then run the install. Okay, so now that the install is done, I'm going to head back to the module loader. And now we can begin actually setting up and configuring the module. So what I'll do is I'll head up to the navigation, go over to All, and scroll on down to INBOX25. Okay, so immediately you'll see the setup wizard appear, and this is actually going to walk us through the entire setup process. Now, since this is an upgrade and I'm an existing user, that's the option I'm going to select. But if you didn't have an INBOX25 account yet, you can create your new account through this same setup wizard. You don't have to hop between our website and then come back to this. You can just start by downloading the module. And if you don't have INBOX25 credentials, that's fine. We'll take care of that through the module as well. So I'll select existing user. I'll quickly go through the fine print, and then I'll click continue. So the first step, again, we're an existing user, so I'm going to populate and authenticate my INBOX25 credentials into the module. And then I'm going to verify them by clicking connect. Okay, green is good, so we'll continue. And again, since I'm an existing user, my SugarCRM credentials are already stored in INBOX25, so I didn't have to re-enter those. So now it's exported my new secure access URL. So I'm just going to highlight it, copy it, and then scroll all the way up here to the top to the Update Your Access URL form field, and I'm going to paste it in, and then click Save. So at this point, the entire INBOX25 platform is now accessible from within SugarCRM. And now that the module is installed, we'll head over to set up SymSync using the SugarCRM Dashboard. But going forward, this is a single sign-on model. So whenever you select the INBOX25 tab, it will automatically load your account. And this does work for your entire team as well. So all of your sub-users can also authenticate the module. So when they load their log into Sugar using their credentials, and they're looking at their specific INBOX25 account as well. So to go to the Sugar dashboard, I'm just going to click up here in the right-hand corner, it's a little SugarCRM cube. And this is going to drop us into the Sugar dashboard. So the first step in configuring SymSync is to select the modules that we want to have synchronized in real time. And once you select the module, SymSync will perform an initial full sync run, and then from there on, after it does the full sync, it will maintain the module data between INBOX25 and your CRM in real time. So as changes are made in the CRM, they're automatically sent over with SymSync so that all the data stays maintained between the two platforms. Now, we do recommend that you activate the users module as your first module, and I'll tell you why. One of the big benefits to the INBOX25 SugarCRM integration through 4.0 is that we allow the mapping of permissions and the transfer of permissions for records from SugarCRM to INBOX25. And what I mean by that is if I have a user, Kevin Lowry, in INBOX25, and I also have my Kevin Lowry user in SugarCRM, when SymSync goes ahead and synchronizes contacts and leads and all the rest, it would be very helpful if what Kevin sees inside SugarCRM and has access to in file or in records that he owns in SugarCRM are also exactly what he owns and can market to and can see reporting on in INBOX25. So that's what mapping users provides for. It's a seamless transfer of permissions from your corresponding SugarCRM user to your corresponding INBOX25 user. So that really makes configuring sub-users for this marketing platform a breeze, because you don't have to manually configure permissions twice, which would be the difficult proposition when you talk about having two platforms that are carrying the same data. So we did make that very easy for you. So after you do users, which in our case is already activated, then you need to select at least one of our core data modules. And what I mean by core data modules, I mean leads, contacts, targets, or accounts. In this case, I'll go ahead and select leads and click turn on. Now, after I click turn on for leads, the next step is to specify and configure SymSync to tell it exactly what custom or default fields I want SugarCRM to keep in sync with SymSync. And we can also specify which records SymSync should actually synchronize based on the date created field in Sugar. So if you know that records older than, say, 6 months are completely dead and you don't want to even bother with them, you don't want to have them in your marketing system, then you can take everything that's less than 6 months old. So you can specify the date, which is essentially the backstop that SymSync should only pay attention to records after that point. Now, it's important to also note that during our free trial, you are limited to only 3,000 records. So we will estimate the size of your imports and your module for you, and you can also toggle the date and then click the estimate record count again to try to actually refine that into a value under 3,000. So if you have a lot of data, then you might only be able to take your data from the last 2 weeks or the last month, so on and so forth. But the estimate record count is very quick, so it should be a pretty simple task to refine that. So after we turn on a module, after we tell SymSync which date it should begin taking those particular module records from the CRM, and then we also specified which custom fields we want synchronized with INBOX25, That's pretty much the entire configuration. Now, you will have to go through this for each module that you do want to configure, but that's pretty much the nuts and bolts of setting up INBOX25 4.0 for Sugar. So what I'm going to do now is switch over to our Sugar Pro instance and start showing you some live tooling, exactly how SymSync functions and works. I'm just going to log into our Sugar Pro instance. And what I'll actually do first is just show you what the dashboard looks like when everything in SymSync is actually configured. Because on this particular instance it is. So I'm going to head back over to the INBOX25 module and then over to the SugarCRM Dashboard. So as you can see, lots of green. And if you also take a closer look, you'll see, like I pointed out earlier, that we do keep pretty close tabs on how well SymSync is actually running. So in this live instance, it's reporting 3 seconds as the average sync time. And just to clarify exactly what that means, it means that from the moment your data is recorded to the CRM, whether that's over the API or you clicking the Save button, it's taking 3 seconds for that same data to be recorded in the CRM and then also recorded and processed in INBOX25. So 3 seconds to complete that entire process and vice versa. So there's actually a very easy way to demonstrate just how quick 3 seconds is. So what I'm going to do is actually just show you by creating a new contact record. I'm just going to enter my test account here. Okay. So this is just the standard create record dialog for Sugar. I'm going to click Save. Now, once I click Save, this is going to initiate the whole process for SymSync. So I click Save, so now we can start counting. Unfortunately, as I found earlier, there is going to be some lag over GoToWebinar, so hopefully you're patient. Oh, not too long. Okay, here we go. So we click Save, and the record was saved to SugarCRM, and then it was saved to INBOX25. And the reason we know this is because if we look at the INBOX25 timeline subpanel here, this is actually fed from INBOX25 through SymSync. So the record's already there, it's already parsed, propagated, and available for us to use. If we just scroll down here, we can actually see how intricate SymSync is, because it's actually recorded all of the changes in the data that just occurred by virtue of creating the record. So it does not really miss a thing, and you can see all of it through the actual timeline report. As simple as, name being modified, assigned to being modified. So it does give you some good historical insights into your actual leads and contacts and all the rest. So that demonstrates going from SugarCRM to INBOX25. Now I'd actually like to just try it in reverse and demonstrate the speed of SymSync from INBOX25 to SugarCRM. And I'm going to do that through just a test landing page I put together quickly this morning. I'm not going to spend too much time getting into that, because that's going to be a whole separate webinar. But just very quickly, with our new landing page builder and form builder, you can map landing pages and forms directly to SugarCRM. So in this particular instance, I've mapped this landing page to store new records or new leads that come into the contacts module in SugarCRM. Now you can do that with leads, accounts, and targets whatever is most appropriate for your particular marketing program. If you're doing lead generation, the leads module will probably make the most sense, but however you're operating, it supports all 4 of those particular modules. So from the landing page, I'm just going to enter some more data. Now, when you map a landing page, just very briefly again, to SugarCRM, we do check to see if duplicates exist. We do that by email address. So if a particular record already exists, we do not recreate it. We will update information in a record, or we'll just append to the timeline report that existing record also converted on this particular form or landing page. So you don't have to worry about creating tons of records if you have someone that's filling out multiple offers. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and just submit this. Okay, there's our confirmation. So now we'll head back into the CRM, and we'll see if SymSync beat us. And it did. There's Al Pacino IV. And there is Al's timeline report. So as you can see, very fast, bidirectionally, both ways, real time, not just from INBOX25 to Sugar, and not just Sugar to INBOX25, but that speed and performance exists bidirectionally between both platforms. Okay. Now, I do want to just quickly cover one more thing, one of the more common questions we get once we get into SymSync. Users are accustomed to using target lists with our email marketing campaigns today. But now, when you talk about the SymSync proposition, you're talking about synchronizing full modules. And it's important to understand that a target list in Sugar is really nothing more than a data relationship, or almost like an assignment in the CRM. Your actual data is stored inside these core modules that we're talking about, which is why we think those instead of target lists, because eventually when you start in a target list, you make your way to a module. That's sort of the end of that road. Now, the next logical question is, or response is, well, what if I don't want to market or send a campaign to everyone that's a contact or everyone that's a lead? And what we would say to that is that's absolutely correct, and you do not have to do that, because each of the new functions that are built into our marketing automation platform, whether it's for lead scoring or automated campaigns, is all driven by segmentation. So you get to specify the criteria around who your particular, whether it's a scoring profile with scoreboard, or whether it's an automated campaign or a drip campaign or a nurturing campaign or a workflow campaign, you get to specify who fits that criteria. And this will be covered in a lot more detail in the automated campaign webinar, but very quickly, even though we sync all modules with SugarCRM, we do allow you to break that down and drill down from there once the data is synchronized. So now I'm just going to really quickly show you what I mean by that. And we're running ahead of schedule a bit here, so this is good. So taking just a quick example with automated campaigns. So what happens when you synchronize a module with INBOX25 using SymSync is we generate what we call a CRM list. So you can see here that we've already synchronized our 4 key modules, core modules. So if I just select one, that's so SugarCRM leads, that's the complete synchronization of my leads module. And then once it arrives in INBOX25, it gets formatted into this new list type CRM list. Now, again, very quickly, these are the what I would refer to as our segmentation options. So we have 14 primary conditions, landing page conditions, web activity, so on and so forth. And when you tally all these up, there's over 75 different segmentation options that are natively built into both our automated campaigns and lead scoring. And if you look at this a little bit closely, you'll see opportunities, calls, meetings, support cases, quotes, and contracts. So it's heavily customized around SugarCRM as well. So if you have synchronized the calls module or the meetings module or the cases module using SymSync, well then you can leverage that data and those data relationships to your contacts or your leads to create smarter campaigns or to create intelligent workflow. So again, just to explain why we do modules, and if you use INBOX25 for email marketing now, and you're concerned about using modules versus target lists, you don't have to worry about it. That remains completely unchanged. You can still deploy one-to-one email campaigns to target lists directly. That option remains yours. Okay, so with all of that said, now I'm going to get into some questions. And I am flying solo today on this webinar, so bear with me for a moment while I actually pull up the questions and start filtering through them. Okay, first question, and this is a pretty simple one. It's how many users can you map between SugarCRM and INBOX25? And you can actually map as many as you want. There's no limitations on how many users you can create in INBOX25. The only potential limitation you might have would be the limitation of your license if you're on a paid edition with SugarCRM. But if you're one of our CE users, then you're not limited by users, so you can synchronize and map as many of those as you would like. Is it compatible with Sugar7? So we're actually working with SugarCRM right now on our integration into Sugar7, and I know that they've announced and already publicly put out that Sugar7 is going to begin deployment, and I think about 2.5 weeks now. But it's important because I know a lot of people are concerned about whether or not that means that they start using this now, if they're not going to have access to it if they upgrade, so on and so forth. But the actual deployment schedule for all SugarCRM users is still going to be a couple months. I know they're starting with new clients that come on board with Sugar7 in a few weeks, but doing the full migration to all the on-demand folks out there is going to take some time. So we should have our integration complete inside Sugar7 before that full migration takes place. So I don't envision or anticipate that actually being an issue. Okay. What versions of SugarCRM are supported by the module? So we have some pretty broad supports for the module. I mean, obviously the latest flavors for 6.5 and Community Edition are all stable. 6.7 and higher for the on-demand folks, or if you have if you're hosting your CRM on-site. All of that is solid. I think I'm not sure how far back our new module will go. I think the lowest we tested with was 6.3. Although I already have noticed some people with 6.2 that are running the new module, and that seems to be working well. So the only version that really speaks to me that would be problematic would be 6.4, and that's only because of deprecation that occurred to the Sugar API in that release that was promptly fixed in 6.5. So I haven't actually seen too many people still running 6.4. But if you are running 6.4, I'm sure Sugar would have already upgraded you if you're a paid user. If you were using CE, I would look at potentially upgrading depending on the customization of your system. But 6.4 is a little iffy for us. We flat out do not support it for our email marketing packages, and we didn't really anticipate support for it with SymSync, so the testing there is very minimal. But anything that surrounds 6.4 is pretty good. Do you offer getting started help? Yes, we do. So the plan is that we're going to continue this series of training on marketing automation through the next 10 days, and then this will turn into a weekly program. And then we'll also be adding in more advanced training classes as our clients evolve and become more acclimated with the product, and we can hone in on some particular uses and use cases that are working well for people, and then we'll be putting that out there. But we want our users, our clients, to be successful with the product, and to that end, we are here to help. What happens at the end of the trial? So the trial, right now, if you log into your INBOX25 account, you have the full platform available for your use. As I said, the only restriction is that you can only import up to 3,000 records for a CRM list or marketing list, as we call them. And just to clarify quickly, CRM and marketing lists are the list types associated with our new marketing automation platform, and it's those lists that are used by automated campaigns and lead scoring and all the new functionality that we have. So the trial was supposed to run through September 25th. I have a feeling that we're going to be extending it out of it since our initial training series is running through the 1st of October. But we will keep everyone in the loop on that. But anyone that wishes to upgrade from the trial to a regular package when the trial ends, we will have a seamless process in place. So any landing pages that you build, any automated campaigns that you have running, any lead scoring profiles that are running, and any data that you have in the system, will just transfer right over. You won't have to redo any of it or lose any of it or anything like that. Everything will move over along with you once the trial ends if you want to continue using the services. And our client team will be able to help you with that as well. Okay, it's time for one more. Are these webinars recorded and available on the website? Yes, all the webinars are going to be recorded and available through our help desk, which is support.inbox25.com. And we'll also be putting out a weekly webinar schedule in addition to what we put out for the next 10 days as we continue through this launch and then through the trial. But I do absolutely encourage everyone that attended today to attend all of these subsequent trainings that we're going to be doing through these webinars, because it's really a wealth of information, and we can't cover everything that we have going on here in one webinar. So breaking it up will definitely be helpful. If you follow us on Twitter or hit us up at INBOX25, you can find the full schedule for the webinar. And if you have any questions or anything, you can also go to support.inbox25.com or email us at ask@inbox25.com. So our next, well, we actually have one more of these webinars tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Most of the series will be done 3 times a day, just so we can cover as many folks as we possibly can time zone-wise, because we do have users in 67 countries now. So you're certainly welcome to attend again if you'd like, or as I just said, we're going to have a recording of the webinar out there. And tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time will be our first dive into landing pages, and then there'll be a follow-up at 2 p.m. and then another one at 10 p.m. So again, find us on Twitter at Inbox25 so you can get the full schedule. And we hope to have you on as many as you'd like to enjoy with us. So that's it, folks. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll be talking to you again very soon.